So we're here at the count, Birmingham,
Absolutely.
2019.
Yep.
Overall thoughts so far, how are you feeling?
Overall thoughts are there's going to be some big changes around the whole country and around Birmingham politically after tonight. It's a big change and something that the country really needs to change. It looks like the Brexit Party in Birmingham haven't done as well as we would have hoped, so that's a shame. But hopefully there still will be some positive changes around the area, and I think we've certainly had a big influence on those, which is a good thing, and that's what we've been doing for years now, or well, certainly with the Brexit Party since it started, and before that under different hats. We've been influencing the vote, influencing parties' policies without necessarily having the representation in Parliament that we deserve. That's a shame, but we've still been on the scene and making changes happen.
And you're no stranger to political change. You moved from UKIP to the Brexit Party.
Yep.
And what was it that the Brexit Party could offer that UKIP couldn't?
Well, sadly, UKIP just moved. I didn't move in terms of my beliefs and political standpoint, but UKIP did, and it moved in a direction that I couldn't possibly put my name to. So when Nigel left UKIP, I left UKIP. Wondered what was going to happen politically and just sat back and watched, and when the Brexit Party started up I thought, yes, right, there's still going to be an avenue, because we've got to get a proper Brexit that the people voted for so clearly, and hopefully this will happen with what looks like a Conservative majority. It looks like the Brexit Party isn't going to have enough representation at this stage, certainly to make major influences within Parliament to the Conservative policies, but we'll continue to influence everything from outside. We've still got a lot of support, but I think the fact that the debate polarised around whether you wanted Corbyn or Johnson in number 10 has really made a lot of our supporters say, I've got to hold my nose and vote Conservative, because we can't possibly have a racist, Marxist, Corbynite government. And
you're standing in Northfield.
Yep.
Obviously one of the big marginals of Birmingham.
Yep.
How do you feel like that vote's going to go tonight?
It's, at the moment, at this time of the night, it's very close. It's too close to call. From what I was watching, I think perhaps Labour still have the edge, but I've only seen different sections of it. It could go to the Tories. It could.
And following tonight, and after all the dust has settled, a Conservative majority, we think, would bring a Brexit actually finally happening for the UK. What happens to the Brexit Party?
Well, first of all, let's hope that Boris Johnson actually does see the light and carry out a proper Brexit, because at the moment elements of his so-called deal or his treaty mean that it won't be a proper Brexit. We've got to be able to trade freely across the world. We've got to be able to make our own laws. We've got to be able to control our own money. We've got to be able to control our own fisheries. We've got to be truly independent. So let's hope that Brexit with Boris Johnson does actually mean these things, and he doesn't water it down. I don't know quite where the Brexit Party will go after tonight. I think it depends quite how we do nationally and how it changes, but I'm fairly sure that we're still going to be there in one form or another to influence the vote. We've still got a lot of support, as I say. It's just that a lot of people, I think, have had to hold their nose and vote for Boris Johnson because the choice is really, who do you want as Prime Minister? And I know our electoral system that also needs reform doesn't actually work in that way. It's not a presidential system, but in many ways it is. And you're voting for the Prime Minister, and a lot of people couldn't stomach the thought of Corbyn getting into number 10.
Just finally, some of the results have been coming in from around the country, and specifically in the northeast to start with. One of the results in Newcastle actually had the Brexit Party and Conservatives sort of split the vote away from Labour. Are you worried that the Brexit Party might impede on Brexit?
No, actually no, because I think that the Brexit Party is far more likely to take more votes from Labour than it's taking off the Conservatives. So I don't think that's the case. I'm not saying we haven't taken any votes off the Conservatives, but I suspect that the great majority of if we've taken votes from elsewhere, not just from our own support base, has come from Labour. I think what probably has happened is that we've lost some of our support base, perhaps to the Conservatives, just for the reasons that I said, that people just felt they were voting for a Prime Minister, and that's the way they had to vote.
Okay. Keith, thank you very much.
My pleasure. Thank you.